All sports, all Phoenix. This is Fanster.com. I am Michael Kossett, and with me today is Sun Devil left-hander Josh Spence, who has recently announced that he is coming back for his senior year as a Sun Devil pitcher, and he will be the ace of the staff. Josh, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Doing great. This is big news around here because a lot of times guys after the junior year, they'll get drafted rather high in the first couple rounds of the baseball draft, and they take off. But you decided to come back here. How hard a decision? You were drafted in the third round by the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. How difficult was this for you to decide to come back?
I mean, yeah, it was a tough choice. I mean, getting drafted in the third round was obviously an honor, especially by the Angels. But, I mean, it meant a lot for me to be a Sun Devil and finish out my degree. And be able to put on the maroon and gold for another 12 months is, that's kind of what I always dreamed to do. And I'm just blessed that I got the opportunity to do it now and hopefully play an impact next year.
Well, first of all, congratulations on an outstanding year this year. You and Mike Leake leading this team to Omaha. Injured part of the year. How much did this play in your decision to say, you know what, I'm going to come back and maybe play an entire season, get your degree, come back and play an entire season? Obviously, you're going to be the ace of the staff. How much of that injury did that play in your decision to come back and get a complete year in here?
Yeah, it was definitely a factor. I mean, I spent nearly 2 months on the bench, and even though the season was up and down, it was a great experience going to Omaha, and that's something I really want to do again, is go back there and hopefully end the season on a W.
Last year was a really young team. Most of you guys had never been to Omaha before. Just a few of the guys in the team had been there. What can this team learn, and what did you learn? What can you take from Omaha finishing third in the College World Series this year to bring into the 2010 season?
I mean, first of all, anything can happen. Really, kind of the road we took to be able to host the regionals was a really cool experience, and then to go to Omaha and be able to play North Carolina and Texas, and two quality ball clubs, and got a lot of different looks, and to be playing in that sort of stadium with that history and all those people there watching, it was crazy. So I guess the main thing we can really learn is just relax. It's another game of baseball, and I think we did a good job. But yeah, as you can see, anything can happen. And those 2 home runs at the end, they hurt, but it's something to build off for next year now.
2009, you were 10-1 with a 2.37 ERA, helped contribute to the #1 ERA team in the country with the Sun Devils. How much more can you build on that? Do you think you have a better season in you? Because, 10-1, 2.37, most guys look at that and go, how could you do any better? Do you think you can improve on that greatly, and what do you think you need to do to improve?
I'm just going to take it one pitch at a time, really. It's 6 months away till we start Game 1 in late February, so it's not something I'm really concerned about, building off a better season. I just, want to help the ball club, and hopefully I get a good opportunity to do that. I just look forward to being able to play under Coach Murphy again, and we've got a different ball club. We're going to show some different looks, hopefully win in different ways like we did this year, and especially with the assistant coaches coming in. It should be a interesting experience, and just something I really look forward to, and just enjoy the process and, smell the roses on the way.
You obviously you'll be here for another year, so you're going to be a big fan of the basketball team and football team again this year?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool things. Growing up, there was no college sports in Australia, so to come over here and see the passion the players play with in each sport, and then seeing them around campus is pretty cool. So, I always try and get out to some football games, and because, they're pretty cool. And the basketball games are just crazy, so hopefully you catch a few of them.
We're joined by left-hander Sun Devil from Australia, which is kind of interesting here because Phoenix is kind of an influx of Australian here. Obviously, Trent Olchen is now with the Diamondbacks, and he's getting a lot of publicity with his accent, and he's always smiling. And he spent so many years in the minor leagues. I understand you haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but obviously the Cardinals, they've got their punters from Australia, and Penny Taylor from the Mercury. It's just kind of influx of Australians here in the Valley here. Is there like a little group here that you might have? Have you met any of these other athletes in town yet, or been in contact with them?
No, I haven't contacted or haven't been in contact. They're a little higher up on the hierarchy than I am. But I grew up watching Ben Graham play Australian rules football, and followed the team he was on growing up, the Geelong Cats, and I think it would be pretty cool to meet him. And, of course, Trent Olchen. That's pretty cool story. He spent so long in the minors fighting, and to finally make it, that's a real cool story, and I'd love to meet him one day.
You know, it's interesting. You talk about Trent. I've asked him a few times about the media attention, and he says, be honest with you, he says he doesn't even know if half the media even knows he's over here playing professional baseball, because baseball isn't that big in Australia. It's maybe 3, 4 down the list behind cricket and rugby and stuff like that. How much attention have you gotten from the media? Obviously, you've been in the state for a while, played junior college baseball here. But how much media attention have you gotten from back home?
I haven't got any media attention, and which is not the worst thing in the world, because I love playing the game, and I don't play it just to get in the paper. I play it because I got a passion for it, and the people who know kind of some of the success I've had are the people that mean a lot to me, like my old ball club, the Geelong Giants, and the Guild Lions. I mean, they're the guys that know what's going on here, and that's the people that mean the most to me, and that's the people I want to know what's going on. The other people, I mean, it's cool, to be able to have the opportunity to talk with you and other news, represent other guys, and but it's not the be all end all.
It's interesting. We talked about last year's team being so young, and you were a newcomer here with the Sun Devils last year. And ASU traditionally is always recruiting great athletes, great players to come to the program. For a majority of the time, most of these guys do get drafted, and they sign these contracts and go off to professional baseball. This year's class, majority of them have stayed with ASU, and they haven't signed those contracts. So not only do you have the influx of the new young talent, but you've got a kind of a more veteran team than last year. What's your outlook for this year's Sun Devil baseball team, now you being the ace?
I don't know if I'll be the ace. I still got to fight for my spot. We got some good pitchers coming in Jimmy Patterson, and a lot of other names coming in. It's going to be cool pitching to my old catcher at Central. It's pretty cool having Raul back. I mean, the guy's been here. This is going to be 4th year, and he's going to bring a lot to the ball club on and off the field, and he's a cool guy to have in the clubhouse. But I think, we're a year older, a year wiser, and just enjoying the process right now of going through it, and looking forward to spring.
Obviously, you've got the backbone. Coaches have changed a little bit, but we've still got Coach Murphy here. Give us a little insight on this guy, maybe a soft side. Is there a soft side on Coach Murphy? I know you're looking around for him here, but is there a soft side on Coach Murphy we should know about, or is it pretty much the go-get-'em linebacker mentality that we all see and love out of Coach Murphy?
Yeah, what you see is what you get, really, which is a great thing. The best thing about Coach Murphy is he tells you black and white, and he's not going to sugarcoat it. And if you want to be someone someday, and you want to do something great, I mean, you got to know the ins and outs, and he'll tell you. And I respect him for that, and it's definitely made me a better baseball player for it.
There it is, left-hander ace of the staff, Sun Devils for 2010, Josh Spence. This is Fanster.com. I am Michael Kossett.